Hour 2, Jones and Keefe here on WEEI. Lou Merlone.
Yes.
Yesterday on Boston has entered the chat.
Yeah.
Thinks Boston is going to be, the Red Sox rather, are going to be a better offense than a year ago.
What do you think of that show name?
It's a bit wordy.
Yeah.
Good job by Nesson though with local programming.
I like the local programming.
I'll give them that. But
and they have like Travis is on there, Lucy's on there. I get it. It's a good show. I don't love the name of it, but I wasn't consulted.
Boston.
Of course, my podcast is called #Dork, so that's a little dated too.
Entered the chat. What can you do with that?
BH. Boston has entered the chat. That's also a long acronym.
Tech. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'd workshop it a little bit more, but that's just me.
Yeah,
but whatever. But
so the chat.
Yeah. Ooh, the chat.
That's got to be taken.
Probably.
That's got to be.
That's real good though.
Yeah, the chat.
Probably by about 700 podcasts.
Ooh, the chat.
The chat.
Boston chat.
Yeah.
Boston chat party.
Ooh,
you like that?
Oh, yes,
I like that. Wow, yeah. Now we're really firing. Trademark.
Trademark.
Yeah,
you owe us money for that.
Yeah. That's us. That's us.
I was here for it, so you owe us money for that.
John and Linda, when you switch it, what do we call it again? The Boston chat party.
The Boston chat party.
There we go. Good.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick name.
Travis and Lucy, don't take that.
Don't even
That's
dare.
ours.
So Lou was on that show.
Yep.
And
offense going to be better. He agrees with you.
Yeah.
I think, anyways, that Wilson Contreras can. Do you think Wilson Contreras can outproduce Bregman, or at least like replicate some of what Bregman did?
I think he can outproduce Bregman, but not the pace that Bregman was on, if that makes sense. So Bregman played 114 games last year.
It.
So like he ended up with 18 home runs. So can he hit 20? So like I don't think it's by much. Like can he hit 24 home runs somewhere in there? Like so yeah, I think he's better. So I think I would look at it like this though. First base better than last year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Third base worse, than last year. Second base worse.
Probably.
If they go with kind of Falefa.
Anything at second base?
Yeah,
Well, no. Let's just go with the lineup that they put out there the other day.
Yeah, Kiner Falefa.
Worse. Shortstop,
Same, but probably anticipating worse production.
outfield, same.
Same, anticipating better production.
Okay.
DH, Wilyer Weiler, or Wilyer Avery.
You think Wilyer Avery's going to be better? I think he could be better.
I
Catcher's
gotta
the
be
same.
honest, I didn't know a ton about Wilyer Avery.
Catcher's the same. DH, roughly the same. I get what Lou's saying. Like, it's so close, you could tip the scale and say, I think it's going to be better. But I think the only way it can be better.
I mean, you could. I don't think most people are doing that. Like,
No.
I think Lou's kind of on an island
well,
with
there's
that.
no power.
Yeah.
But I told you I thought the team was better. But you're right. It's not the lineup. It's the defense is better. The starting rotation's better. And I think the bullpen's roughly the same. So
I'm way more open to that.
Okay,
the
team's
team
better. The
is
lineup-
better because they addressed run prevention, pitching and defense. Like I don't even know that I agree with that, but I'm at least open to that discussion.
Because they hit 100.
The offense is going to be better?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you need. So Roman Anthony played 71 games. So if you get twice as many Roman Anthony games, if you
there's 16 homers.
yeah, I know that's what you're gonna need.
No, I mean, look, if he plays that many games, he'll hit you 20
And
plus.
if Contreras plays more games than Bregman, and I'm curious what they do at DH. If they end up just playing those four outfielders pretty much every day, and hey, Yoshida, you can play against the occasional righty. We can't have you play against every righty, but the occasional righty you can play against. I don't know, maybe there's a chance for more production. They hit 186 home runs in the regular season last year. However, 15 of those were by Rafael Devers before he got traded, and 18 were by Alex Bregman. So you are taking away 30-plus home runs, let's call it like at that spot, and you're adding Scrappy Doo. Caleb Durbin's he's going to pop you 10 or 12. So a lot's going to be on Contreras. A lot's going to be on Roman Anthony playing twice as many games. And then the real wild card, which we talked about, is Marcelo Meyer. If you have Kiner Falefa playing 100-plus games in the field, he stinks at the plate. It's an auto out.
240 with two
Not
bombs.
even 240 is generous.
You think so?
Yeah, it's generous.
I can't get 240 and two bombs. Fenway swing, Keith.
He doesn't. He doesn't have any park swing. He's a glove. He brings his glove with him. He'll get dirty out there. Are you looking up his average? And his OPS is in like the 600s. They can't even calculate it. It's so low.
He hit 262 last year.
Oh, he did?
With thank you, two bombs. 260 with two.
260
240 with two was shortchanging him.
So forget everything I just said. That guy's the key to the success. But like that would be worse because like what you had last year at second base, you at least had a little bit more production, right? Like,
yep.
I mean, before Campbell got sent down, he was the rookie of the month in April. And then you would use it for guys like Romy Gonzalez or Marcelo Meyer or whatever else. So, yeah, it's probably it's probably worse, but I don't think it's like significantly worse. Like I don't agree with Lou, but I don't think it's the hottest take ever going.
Okay. Alex Cora was on the Greg Hill Show this morning. Probably not the newsiest of the interviews that were on there today. We'll get to another interview that took place in Kiefer Madness.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. People are already texting about it.
I was going to say, text line is already anticipating when we talk about the Sonny Gray interview. We need to stretch our legs out on that one and Kiefer Madness.
Unpack it, as they say.
We will. So stay tuned at 12:45. But Cora was on today with the Greg Hill Show. Here's what he had to say about this year's offense.
But I think Willie is gonna keep improving offensively. Roman looks tremendous, obviously, and this is something that I have to do a good job with it. Like, I know the expectations are way up there, but there's a progression. It's his first full season in the big leagues. Like, he's going to go through up and downs. Hopefully he doesn't go through downs, but he should hit. Darren looks tremendous. Wilson will hit. He'll hit homers. And, I think Caleb at Fenway, he's going to take advantage of the Green Monster. So we might not have two guys hitting 40, but there's a lot of guys that are going to hit 20. I know the projections are the projections.
Yeah.
I do believe we have guys that are going to hit 20 home runs, and we're going to be in a good spot.
Okay.
I agree with that. I think there are going to be a bunch of guys, or 4 guys that hit 20 home runs. I don't agree with the Zips projections and some of the others.
Well, you're up to 4 now.
Is that what it was? A Willie or Abreu?
I thought we were both agreeing 3. I think we had a different 3, but I think we were agreeing 3. You're up to 4.
I think I might be talking myself into 4. So just 20, right? The number's not 25.
20.
We're talking about 20 because a lot of different numbers have been thrown around there.
No, the Red Sox only have one guy who has ever hit 25 in his life. That's Trevor Story. But they have a bunch of guys who have had 20 home run seasons.
I think Contreras, Willie Abreu, and Roman Anthony all hit 20. That's
Willie
3.
Weiler or Willie Avery.
And then I think between
maybe Story,
Duran. Is there another wild card in there?
Duran's done it. Duran's career high, I think, is 21.
Okay.
So Duran's done it.
So maybe you at least have a couple of options to maybe be the 4th, right? So I'm confident in 3, and then I think there's at least a wild card there that you could have 4.
I mean, Narvaez actually really wasn't that far. I think Narvaez had 15 last year, so Narvaez wasn't that far away.
Narvaez had 15. Rafaela had 16.
I was going to say, if it all clicked for Meyer, could Meyer hit 20? They'd have to start him and play him.
Meyer would have to play more.
They'd have to actually put him in the lineup.
Yoshida had 4.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting there.
He plays a lot at Yankee Stadium. He can do it.
Yeah. Good call.
But Story and
just
Abreu,
the Yankee games, he could do it.
Story and Abreu both did last year, and Abreu did it in 115 games.
Yep.
So I feel like you can pencil Abreu in.
I feel like we are now all of a sudden though. Like Cora, the first name he mentioned was Willier.
Yeah.
Cora, Lou rather is like he's gonna be a monster. Like now I feel like we're doing a little too much with Willier Abreu.
All right, well, people like Willier Abreu.
20 home runs, fine. Like, can he hit 20? Sure.
Yeah,
he did it last year.
You can hit 20 bombs.
He's a monster now. Like now I feel like we're putting a little too much.
Break the bat, check swinging.
That's a good point. Maybe people got swayed
Strong
by that.
as an ox.
You highlighted this yesterday, Keefe, when Sam Kennedy called in to the Greg Hill Show from Fort Myers.
Yeah.
He was in Fort Myers, couldn't be bothered to show up on set with Greg and Curtis and Wiggy. Fort Myers traffic. That bridge traffic down there is a nightmare. Yeah. So he probably left a little too late. Bridge was closed.
True.
But Sam Kennedy, when he called in, highlighted Roman Anthony as the answer to the Red Sox lack of power.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure on this guy. And like we were asking the question last week, who has the most pressure? And I still think it might be Jarren Duran just because we've seen highs and lows with him and you're not sure what player he is. Some of these projections think he is the best left fielder in baseball, potentially. But I think Roman Anthony is going to have that pressure, and not that he can't live up to it, but it's just you're kind of looking around, you're like, who's the best bat? Even last year, after the Devers trade, when Bregman was hurt, you're like, who's the best bat on the team? The guy that they were reluctant to call up immediately was the best player.
It's true.
And so I think all eyes are on him to carry the offense. I think if Story or Contreras or Duran or Rafaela go on like a slump, everybody's going to go through slumps. But I think those guys – there's not going to be as much of like they better get going to save the offense as it would be Roman Anthony. If he is as good as we expect him to be, he's going to be an all-star this year. And so can he carry the offense? It's a ton of pressure to put on a guy. I do like Cora's answer there where he's like, look, it's his first full year in the majors.
Going to be ups and downs. I got to manage that.
You can't just play him 162 either and just burn him out. He's got to sort of pick and choose how he uses the guy, whether he's playing DH, left field, center field, like whatever they decide to do with him. I don't think it's center field, but we talked about the Buster Olney write-up yesterday. And
people in baseball think center is the spot for him.
I don't think you're going to move Rafaela away, but just another option for him. And I didn't like how they've done that with some of their young guys before. and some of them can handle it, but like Christian Campbell, it's like, you're a second baseman, you're an outfielder. Oh, we need a first baseman, you're that too. Marcelo Meyer, you're a shortstop. Actually, here you're a third baseman and a second baseman. Like, can Roman Anthony have all position and give it to him there? Because at the plate, he is going to have a lot of responsibility.
I don't want to spoil Buster Olney v. Shredder. That's for grab bag.
Don't even touch it.
He hit on center fielders today.
All right.
He hit on corner outfielders yesterday. We wrote about Roman Anthony, but also at ESPN today, Dave Schoenfield gave his early All-Star predictions.
All-Star predictions? Are we going to do that?
Your American League outfield. Maybe we should.
Okay.
Your American League outfield. Aaron Judge. Julio Rod.
Oh, yeah, Julio Rod. Julio Rod took Rafaelo's spot last year.
Mm-hmm.
Rafaelo should have been an All-Star at the break last year.
He
cooled off, but like he was an All-Star then.
I think he should have been. Your third outfielder for the American League, Roman Anthony.
Wow.
Starting outfielder.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And I know that part of it's a popularity contest, but he got added to Team USA for the World Baseball Classic. There's a ton of buzz around him. And I think anytime you're the star player on the Red Sox, you're automatically going to be kind of vaulted up there. So if he gets voted in as essentially a rookie, like, that's going to be pretty impressive.
I mean, look, if Roman Anthony is a starting outfielder on the AL All-Star team, they have Duran as a reserve. They have Crochet and Chapman as All-Stars as well.
So they threw Duran on there.
Mm-hmm. Oh. If they have 4 All-Stars and 2 in the outfield, you're probably looking at a pretty good Red Sox team this year if ESPN and Dave Schoenfield are anywhere near it.
Definitely. That's a good sign.
So, no, I would feel good about that. You mentioned Roman Anthony and the team relying on him. One thing Cora highlighted today that I found interesting was how Anthony's there every day at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Too early.
You think so?
Yeah, sleep in.
Yeah?
Yeah, sleep's super important to the recovery process.
Well, you don't know what time he goes to bed. He could go to bed at like 8 o'clock.
He's up all night, this guy.
He's
up all night playing Fortnite.
I did see him and Marcelo out at plenty of restaurants last year.
No, that just seems too early. I'm not impressed by that. Yeah, I'm up at 5:30. Why? Sleep in a little bit. You can't get your work done?
What time do you wake up in the Keefe household?
Well, what time do the girls wake me up, you mean? Early.
What time are you typically
If I had my druthers, I would sleep till high noon every day.
No, we're up to me. I might never wake up. I might just stay in bed.
Anywhere between 6 and 7, but it's not my choice.
Yeah.
Not my choice at all.
What time you set an alarm for?
I don't really have to. The alarm's 3 years old.
You trust, though, that, like, I know Lucas will be in early enough where I don't need an alarm. I still set one just in case.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it goes off. I think I set it for like 7:15, sort of like wishful thinking. But usually at that point, my wife and one of the daughters has been up for like an hour.
Okay, so you actually don't like this about Roman Anthony. Keefe down on Roman Anthony after he heard this. He's there at 5:30, 6 o'clock. He's not rested enough.
Untrue. My point is, just because you're up at 5:30 in the morning doesn't mean you are doing like that's the. You're going to have a successful season because of that.
I wash.
It's like the guy that goes to the gym for 2 hours. It's like, did you do anything? You just walk around.
Out of the gym. Well, I took a lot of pictures of myself.
And I'm not saying that's what he's doing.
I needed my ass to pop in one. I needed like 50 pictures.
You hear all these stories all the time, and I used to fall for it, like watching UFC back in the day, where like before every fight, like, I'm in the best shape of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked out more, clean eating, this, that, and the other thing. Shows up knocked out 30 seconds in. You're like, oh, how'd that work out for you? That was good. I'm glad you're doing that. But no, I mean, obviously you want these guys to have great work ethics. They're all there seemingly early. The team seems to be getting along great. There's a lot of positive vibes, as they say, around the team right now. And if this guy's not taking anything for granted, like he got his contract extension, but he's still putting in the work, great. No, that overall, it's great.
So Anthony is there, and I think this was kind of asked as like an Alex Bregman question, like who's going to be the leader on this team and who's going to go through, because Bregman was more than just a leader. He was like, molding people's approach and tweaking people's swing.
Hitting coach.
He was like another hitting coach. Again, I said this many times, like if you're such a good hitting coach, maybe fix your swing in the second half. He never really did that. He fixed everybody else's. He was giving tips to the pitchers and things like this.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman did. We never talked about this yesterday. It was in the doc. We never got to it. Alex Bregman did have a very strange IG post.
Yeah.
I found it strange anyway.
Yeah, he and Devers.
Him and Devers dapping each other up.
Hugging a kiss.
And then, well, you translate this for me. He had a song on Instagram, Keefe.
Yeah?
That he had playing over this, but it's just a picture of him and Devers high-fiving each other, dapping each other up, and it is Duffel Bag Boy, Lil Wayne, is what he had, I guess, attached to that.
What does it mean?
So what is the messaging?
Know?
I don't know, Nick. Do you have a little taste of that? If we want people to get a feel
Can
for
we
it.
Play it?
Some of it.
Get money.
Whoa. Okay, so that's Bregman.
Yeah.
What's the messaging there?
He and Devers were buds?
They performed the heist of the century.
Go get your money, duffel bag boy. Like what? So
go get your money.
Bregman got his money and his no trade clause.
Right.
Devers got his. So are they like laughing at the Red Sox? What is the messaging
Devers
there?
already had his. It doesn't make sense with Devers.
Well, Bregman got his then.
Yeah. I don't know, but it was in like a photo dump kind of thing, right? So it was one of these.
Oh, so was I? This is from.
You're not wrong.
No, but it was one of many pictures, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay, I was unaware of that.
I believe it was a lot of.
I saw our guy Gordo.
Instagram, you'd know.
I saw our guy Gordo just tweet out a screen grab of it. Okay.
Yeah, you're not even on Instagram.
So who else was he high fiving and belly bumping with?
I'm trying to find it because he's active. He is an active Instagram guy.
Okay.
@Breg_1. Not active enough to get like a good handle, but he's active nonetheless.
Late adapter is what he was.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to find it because it's like it's buried in here with a million things.
I'll be honest. As much as I like Bregman, I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. I don't high fiving Devers and hey,
weird,
get your money, duffel bag boy.
It is weird.
Don't love it. Don't love it one bit. 617-779-7937. Our pal Mark in Medford doesn't love something Jeremy Swayman said, I guess. Go ahead, Mark.
Before I get to my Swayman comment, I just want to clear a couple of things up for you. If I may, I'll be real quick, I promise. First of all, the joke was not offensive. In fact, it wasn't meant towards the women's hockey team whatsoever. It was meant for the Democrats, and that's a fact.
Okay.
Number two.
Well, would it be offensive to them then? Like, how do you, Mark? You can't say what is and isn't offensive, I guess.
But there was nothing offensive said about the women's team in the joke at
Whatever.
all.
Move past it. What else?
Two,
I don't know. I mean, they didn't take it that way.
To answer your question on Cash Patel is probably as big a hockey fan as I am. It's his favorite sport, and he also does play the sport and goes to NHL games every chance he gets.
Wow.
Including the Stanley
Whoopie-doo!
I'll tell you what.
Were you there celebrating? Were all the fans celebrating? That would have been fun. I like the team, too.
No.
Was I there?
No.
Shotgunning beers. Come to think of it, though, Keith, he might have done better than Swayman in net if we put Cash Patel out there.
Yeah,
in that
put the
one
pads
game.
on him.
He might have. He's a little bitty guy. But
I didn't realize he was a fan. That changes everything.
Getting to my third point on Jeremy Swayman. He's the last guy that should be commenting on anything after letting up a 100-foot wrist shot from the freaking red line. Oh, I want to share my gold medal with the women? No. You don't have to, Jeremy. They won their own, you friggin' pussy.
Okay. All right. He's very fired up about this.
He's hot about everything.
But
that's the guy. It's not offensive to me, so it's not offensive to anybody. Like, that's also not how it works.
No, but again, I don't. If people are offended by the joke, they're offended by the joke. I don't get being offended by the men's hockey team laughing at the joke.
I don't know how you take it out on the men's hockey team, but
that was all I said.
That took a detour,
Swayman,
regardless of who it was targeted at.
I think Swayman and Hughes and all these guys have given good answers. Like, and if you never apologize for anything, like if that's your attitude, fine. But how do you move past this? And how do you get people to throttle back a little bit? Mark was pretty heated there. How do you get people to throttle down? Just say, hey, you know what? Maybe it wasn't our best move to laugh at the joke. We probably shouldn't have, and then you move along. And then we all move on with our lives. Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope that we all can move on with our lives. Real quick, the Bregman, it's like 8 photos. Most of them are him like signing autographs and stuff. There's one of it. I think it's his son. There's like a few like just pictures from spring training.
And then him and Devers laughing at the Red Sox for taking all that money and then getting the bag somewhere else.
Yeah. There's also one with him and one other player from the Rockies, but for the most part, it's like him just kind of walking around, signing autographs, and just like whatever, and just says baseball time. But yeah, in the middle of it is him and Devers, which is strange. Yeah,
weird. Matt's in Rhode Island. Hello, Matt.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is actually perfect. Keith, I've been listening to you for a long time. The guy sitting next to you is the Dark Knight. So right now, I'm going to deem you the double bag boy. What do you think?
I don't know if I like that at all.
I think that's sketchy.
All right, well, let me go on with the call then. See, this is what the Red Sox do. Now they're spinning Abreu, right? It's like this is what they do. Like Abreu might hit for power. Contreras might hit for power. But my concern is, like, if you're going to put all that on Anthony, like, who's protecting him in the lineup? Like, we know somebody that they severely missed out on would provide the protection.
So I agree. Look, I think Contreras has power. It's just how much. Like, he's never hit 25 home runs in his career. Yeah. Could he in Fenway? I guess, but he never has. The Abreu stuff to me is wild. Like, Abreu's a nice player, good glove. and I think he could probably pop you 20-plus home runs. Let's not overrate what he is now, because he's a guy who this offseason, I'm like, in the right deal, I'd move him. Now he's like a focal centerpiece to the offense. Like, that's not how I view him.
No, but now that they didn't get Pete Alonso or they didn't get a potential DH, are you open to keeping the 4 outfielders? Because I know Rob Bradford, who we're going to talk to in just a couple of minutes, he thinks one of them is going to be traded during the season.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I'd be open to keeping all 4
I would
at this point in time.
You can move them around, and they're better bats than anything else that's on the bench right now. And so you do have that spot. And also, not that you want to do it a lot, but you do have the flexibility of Rafaela bumping into the infield, every once in a while.
Yeah, or as you said, one of those guys can DH. Yeah. It's a way to rest guys up. Rafaela can cameo in the infield.
Like, it's definitely not the perfect
What would I rather do? Trade
Cora.
One of those guys or just punt Yoshida onto some other team? I'd way rather do the Yoshida thing. Way rather. Yeah. I mean, look, it's not a well-constructed roster, but now make the most out of what you have with this roster. I'd rather have the 4 outfielders. 617-779-7937. Speaking of Bradfo, we'll check in with Rob Bradford, WEEI, live from Fort Myers right after Trending with Billy Lanny.